Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Yesterday, we discussed self actualization, and what that basically is was to desire to become your best, not anybody else's, but your best. So, today, we are going to discuss the next component of the pyramid, which is self esteem. Definition of self esteem is confidence in one's own worth or abilities, having self respect for yourself. Um, like I said before, it's common sense. It's when you put the words together, it's self. The root word there is self. It's all about you. You, you know, n- People always say, well, you don't have self-esteem or you're insecure. Well, it's those aren't words. People want to throw those words around, but it's just all about having confidence. Just having confidence, knowing that you are enough and that you are worth every bit of space here on earth. It's all about you, about having confidence within yourself. Like I mentioned yesterday, about affirmations. Put things where you usually go in the house. Um, Put post-it notes on the mirror. I am beautiful. I am enough. Um, I'm gonna conquer the day. This day is gonna be blessed. I'm gonna accomplish this. Whatever you need to do to build up your self-esteem, your confidence within yourself. Um, One thing is just using, myself as an example. I use myself as an example, not to make people paranoid or, hesitant on making things happen for themselves just because of my experience. But I like to use, myself as an example because I don't like to use other people, and I just want to, put it out there to show that it is possible to, better yourself and feel better about yourself. So, self esteem within myself, I was not very confident. Growing up, I was always the chubby girl. Um, I was always the loner. I was always by myself. And I didn't have a lot of friends. The majority of friends I do have now are because they were associates and they just dealt with me because they either knew my family or, um, you know, I just was around. But I had self-esteem issues. I had confidence issues. And I think that was a big part of, you know, being in the situation that I was in because I felt like, okay, nobody is really going to, love me for me. I'm never going to find anybody. I'm never going to marry anybody. And I think that's what, that's why I ended up in that situation of, the mental manipulation and being put down and different things like that. So, um, you know, that's why we choose the circle of people that we do, and that's why we end up in situations um, that we shouldn't even be in because we don't. We always neglect ourselves and don't see um, our self-worth. We don't see our confidence within ourselves. And I just ask that you start loving yourself. Like I mentioned before, you know, yesterday when I was talking about um, basically, like affirmations and um, saying no. That's what almost lost my train of thought. Saying no. Sometimes you got to say no to people. You don't have to be liked by people. You don't have to be cool. If they're doing something that you feel is negative or is not something that you don't feel good to you. If it don't sit right in your spirit, don't do it. say no. That's a good thing. That's a good way to have a healthy mental health, mentality, a healthy mind. Um, you are enough. You have got to. I can't, express that enough because, um, the choice that I made to be in a toxic relationship was based off of the fact that I didn't love myself enough. And I can actually admit that. Once you own that, I think that you can heal a lot faster from your mistakes and your tribulations. I feel like you can your eyes start opening up about a lot of things. So don't be in denial. Own it. If you know, if you're not the best of people, own it and be like, okay, I'm not a good person, but hey, I want to try to change myself. Do that. If you're a person that isn't like a faithful person and you just out here like that, own it. But then at the same time, hey, let me work on me. There's a reason why I'm out here being like this, being a little loose. Maybe because I don't love myself. Let me get myself right. And then next thing you know, turn around, you're in a healthy relationship. So you know what I'm saying? Like it just own it. Own your mistakes. Own what's going on with you. Love yourself enough to accept yourself. Let me repeat that again. Love yourself enough to accept yourself. Because when you're in denial, you're not accepting yourself. You're not loving yourself. The more you're in denial, the more you're going to be in that same complacent spot. And you're never going to move forward. And then you're not going to have that self actualization because you're not going to have any desire to take steps to complete any goals because you feel like you don't, what do I need to change for? Nothing's wrong with me. You have to, it starts within you. Everything starts with you. Everybody's in denial. I don't know why. I was. And I'm not hating on anybody because I was there. Um, everybody's in denial, but you have to own it. You have to understand yourself in order to flourish and get through life. And it doesn't have to be relationships. It could be friends as well. There's a post that I put on the page. It was about my favorite movie, Pretty Woman. And she had that scene where she walked in the store, and they didn't help her. They didn't give her service because of the way she looked. Okay. So then she went, talked to her man or whoever, her associate at the time, because they weren't sure if they was in a relationship. You gotta watch the movie if you ain't. But he said, well, why you didn't get any, no clothes? What's going on? So she told him, they wouldn't help me because of the way I look. He gave her the money. She went to a totally different store, got her clothes, went back, and was like, yeah, you know me, you remember me? Okay, you didn't give me them clothes. You didn't offer to sell me the garments because you thought, well, with all her bags, she just pulled them up and said, big mistake. Big, huge mistake. And what I put in the post was, what if that scene, what if those clothes or, what if that was people? What if that was a real life situation with people? Nobody got it. I think like one person might have liked it. I think one person got it. But it's like, what if that was a situation with someone that you've showed that you're a good person, but they didn't believe you. So they went over here to the next person, and then they see you walking down the street, and you either got a new group of friends that are encouraging and uplifting, or you got a healthy relationship now. Not only does he encourage you, or she, they encourage you and uplift you, but they looking good, and and that person never thought you could make it. And you walk down the street and be like, big mistake. That's why you have got to love yourself. I cannot stress it enough that you have got to love yourself. Put those affirmations on the mirror, on the refrigerator, um, on the TV. Everybody's watching TV. Put them there. Put them on your laptop while you're doing schoolwork. Put it there. Do whatever you need to do. Like I said, put the pyramid up there. Once you get your self-actualization, once you get your self-esteem, check it off. Be like, okay, I've taken care of that part of my life. I've repaired that part. I've healed that part. Now I can check it off. It's all about you, your confidence, your self-worth, and you got to have self-respect for yourself. You know, you see a lot of people out here disrespecting themselves. And then, not most of the time, especially somebody that disrespects you, they don't respect themselves. You can't get mad at them. Everybody's got a story. Some people, they might not mean it, the way they come off, but they do. So anyway, I'm getting winded. Like I said, I want to make these videos short. So, like I said, you can look it up, pull up Maslow. Like I said, it's five major components, just like the food pyramid, but instead it's to feed your mind. So, like I said, you can look it up, make a list, do your things, your affirmations, put them up alongside the pyramid. Like I said, we got 3 more videos to go. I will be talking about the other component tomorrow, and then Friday we'll wrap up the different components, and then Saturday I will go on live for any questions, any suggestions, as long as they're respectful, and that's about it. Any questions that you may have, whatever. If you just want to say hello, that's fine too. So everybody, have a good day. Remember your self-worth. Remember to have self-respect. And always, just always love yourself. Just be kind to yourself. It doesn't cost. It's nothing to be kind to yourself, and especially others. We definitely need that right now. So just remember what I said. Like I said again, you can always reach out to me through email, through the page, through the group. Group is private though, so if you have some things that you don't want to share openly, please go to the group that is private. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you gain those resources. I'm not playing. I'm not a person that's going to say something and don't do it. I want to be able to help as many people as possible. Like I said, if I can just help one, that's changed a whole lot for me. That's done a lot for that person. So, anywho, I'm wrapping it up. Y'all have a good day. I love y'all, but most importantly, I love myself first. And y'all have a blessed day.